What's up, everybody? Rob Nakamura, and I'm here with the High Chief, Zac Pauga. Together, we're fully hydrated. Polynesians making predictions. We try our best. If you do gamble responsibly. We will give the main card takes. We're going to go through the main card, give our takes on that, and we will give one banger alert, something on the card that we think deserves your attention where you should not be taking a break, snack break, bathroom break, or any of that. Do not schedule your breaks on those. Other than that, we'll just jump right into it. Main card, starting with Santiago Luna and Kwang Lee. 9-2 for Lee, 6-0 perfect for Luna. The odds makers have this fight as close as you can have it, about plus 100 for Luna, negative 115 in Lee, and just for context, Mr. Luna at 6-0, like you would expect, is making his UFC debut. So good luck to him on that. And there you go. Those are the fun facts before we get into picks. Zach, go for it, my dude.
I'm going with Quang. Dude, 6-0 is real. 6 fights. Your 7th fight being a UFC debut in bantamweight. That's real soon. That's not a whole lot of experience to be stepping into one of the harder divisions in the UFC. That's super young, 21 years old. I don't know anything else about Santiago Luna, but that's a tall order, right? I got in the UFC with 6 fights and wasn't ready for it. That's a tall order.
Yeah, it is a tough one. I only know him vaguely because he fought through Lights Out FC and then fought at Tough Enough local here, Lights Out, not too far, so I see those all the time. And that's the only reason, but I agree with you. The UFC's been doing this a little too soon, man. So my pick is with Lee as well, just because that octagon shock is real, and I'm not sure he has enough, he said, previous experience to go the other way. But hey, folks, I'm no magic man. I don't know for sure. All right, next fight that we want to discuss is the awesome Alexander Hernandez. Alexander the Great, not awesome. Come on, Rob. Diego Ferreira, the homie. Love Diego. The odds makers, negative 160, plus 125 in Ferreira. Last rodeo for Ferreira was 7 months ago. He took the L to Grant Dawson. Last rodeo for Hernandez was 3 weeks ago. You probably were, what? He's fighting again that soon. Very quick turnaround because he blew up Chase Hooper. There you go, man. What's your thoughts?
So super fast turnaround from Hernandez. I always be up front, but you guys, Hernandez isn't on the team, but this group of, they used to be Factor X MMA, and they all kind of left there, and they're still their own team, but they train out of our gym now. So I feel connected to him. I don't know, but I am going to go with that with Hernandez. He's a good dude. He's a Colorado guy. He's on the hot streak right now. He's got the high altitude conditioning from Colorado, and like you said, he just beat the shit out of Chase Hooper, and then he's trying to keep it rolling. And so this is one of those things. We just talked about the weight cuts earlier. It could go one of two ways. He's either going to be still drained from that weight cut, or hopefully it means he's still light and in shape and can have an easy weight cut, is what I'm hoping for.
And just going into a little bit of fight analysis, borrowing your brain on this, the 3 weeks between, that's not quite enough time to have a new camp. So he must have took this fight with a little bit of short notice. So how does one navigate coming off of a fight and then immediately into the next situation? Is this, to me, is a recipe for disaster.
So it's different for every person, for every individual human being, how their body works. It could be the best thing, or it could be a disaster. For me, I don't cut weight. It's totally different. But 2-3 weeks after a fight is when I'm the most dangerous, because I'm in shape, but I'm actually fully recovered, fully healed, fully recovered, fully in shape. 3 weeks post-fight is when I'm the most dangerous human being. But like I said, that's not with a weight cut. And Hernandez is a big guy, and he cuts a significant amount of weight. So it's either going to be perfect or it is going to be a disaster.
All right, cool. Yeah, because that was thank you for highlighting the individuality part of that, because Hernandez is built very well. So it's not like he's just losing like easy losable pounds. So that makes sense. All right, fair enough. Well, with that being said, I like to call Diego a homie, friend. Hey, I'm not gonna back up off of you, bro. Let's go. Even though I do like Fluffy a lot, I mean not Fluffy, Alexander the Great. I like him a lot. I'm a fan. I just have to go the other way just for supporting sake. So let's go, Mr. Ferreira. All right. So next up on the card, a guy that I've been talking a lot of mess on, directly and indirectly, just using him as pivot points for jokes. Kelvin Gastelum going against Dustin Stoltzfus. The odds makers have Gastelum as a pretty solid favorite, negative 240, plus 205 in Stoltzfus. Both dudes bouncing back from losses. Both dudes need a win here. And both guys lose, win, lose, win, lose. That's their last 5 fights for both gentlemen. They're literally traveling a very similar road. But Kelvin, is a known entity. Stoltzfus, people know him, but less of a star, obviously. My man, what you thinking on this fight?
I am as off the train as you are. I clown him all the time. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? But the weirdest thing about is that he knows how to win. I bet you he's not going to knock Stoltzfus out. He's probably going to wrestle and make it some weird, boring fight, but win. He does this where he just shows up to these fights that he should win, and he could recatapult his career, and he just drags it out and wins by points and makes it super boring. But that's probably what's going to happen here.
And probably, I'm not going to agree with you with he knows how to win fights. He knows how to run his head into people. I'm never letting that go, but
he knows how to win these low-level fights.
Okay. I signed up for that. Yeah, and honestly, respectfully, Dustin, I don't know. If he does get cracked, I'm not saying he will, that Gastelum will win, but it's not like Dustin is some tank. He's not super durable guy. I'm not calling him weak or anything. So, yeah, I just want to say the amount of little storylines, their win-loss reflection is incredibly the same. They're the same age at 33. And I'm just throwing out this just because I'm just doing it. But from fighting out of Yuma, Arizona is Gastelum. Arizona, hotbed for wrestling. Fighting out of Pennsylvania for Mr. Stoltzfus, also a wrestling hotbed. I just think the amount of parallel lines for both these guys who have completely different stories is very interesting in its own way. My pick, I'm not picking Gastelum. That's my pick. I'm never picking. So by default, I'm going with Stoltzfus.
Your pick is for Gastelum to lose.
Yes. I don't want anybody to get cut or lose their job. I want everybody to make enough money so that they're good, but I also want them to be happy. And I just don't think Kelvin's even happy. Like his heart doesn't seem to be in this. I could go on forever on this, but I'm not. All right, I'm moving on to the next fight. Jared Gordon going against Rafa Garcia. And the odds makers have this pretty solid. Negative 275 in Gordon, plus 225 in Garcia. Both these guys winning their last rodeos, so that's good. Looking to build a streak. But 37 versus 31, what you got?
I always tell you guys, Rafa's a friend of mine. He was at the gym with me before. I'm picking him. The one thing I will say about him, he's not Brazilian. He's Mexican. His name is Rafa, not Hafa. No, that's what the commentators call that as well, Hafa. It's Rafa. He's a Mexican.
I'm going to be that guy that's always ragging on people for picking, everybody thinks Diego Lopez is Mexican when he's not. Yeah. I am guilty of that. I just see the R from 30-plus years of being a UFC fan. I don't even look anymore. I don't even look.
Everyone in MMA does
unless
that.
Your name is Ryan or Richard. Yeah.
That's your new name.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. So thank you for that. All right. So are you picking?
I'm picking Rafa.
Picking Garcia for that. All right. Fair enough. I'm going the opposite way. I'm glad to be picking opposite you a little bit more than usual, my man, so we get a little spice on it. But hey, Jared Gordon. By the way, I like Rafa. I do. I'm hoping this fight. I actually think this fight has a lot of potential to be very awesome. But I am picking Mr. Gordon for this contest. All right. Now we're at the co-main event of another member of the Rob Union, Rob Font, going against David Martinez. And honestly, this is kind of a surprising matchup. in my opinion. I think we'll get into that in a second. But negative 225, the favorite in Font, plus 185 in the underdog in Martinez. Martinez is on an amazing win streak right now. Only one win in the UFC technically, but he's on a nice fat streak. So is Mr. Font, quietly building another streak of his own like he's done many, many times before. So, Mr. Pauga, what you thinking?
Oh, this one's hurting me. I love Rob Font. I love Rob Font. And it's hard to pick against him here, but it's only hard to pick against the name, the stats, the age. Like, this is just what the UFC does. This is what MMA does. We feed our old lions to our young lions. And I have to go with David Martinez here. Like, I don't see what Rob is going to do at 38 years old to beat David here.
And I totally understand. And this older lion has faced this narrative 2 previous times. It's like they keep throwing the old lion to the young lion. They're like, shit, old lion won. Do it again. Like, keep doing it. Do it again until he dies. Metaphorically dies. And so, I mean, Kyler Phillips, I picked Kyler in that fight, to be honest. And then he beat Gene Matsumoto recently. The script was for Matsumoto to get over. So here we are, 3rd attempt. Life ain't baseball. I don't believe in any of that. Rob Union from the jump. Like I said, let's go, Rob. That's my pick. And just sentimentally for the 35 North crowd, let's go. My man, I just want to say, this do you think they're ever going to let up on this? It seems like they're committed to, like, they're really committed to the old lion, young lion storyline. Do you think?
Oh, they're never going to give up. They're never going to stop. It's been going for
a while,
however long I've been watching, and they're never going to stop because it creates. It's a win-win. If Rob wins, he's still Rob Font. It's still Rob Font. Rob's still here. If he loses, they go, this is the new thing. Check out the new shiny toy that we got now. And it's never going to stop.
You're right. For the promotion side, it's definitely a win-win. Well, us as fans, I think for the main event, we have a win-win. I love when the right people get paired up together. Mr. Diego Lopez going against Gene Silva. Negative 285 for Silva. Plus 235 for Lopez. I want to say those odds seem a little spicy. But coming off of a loss 4 months ago to Alexander Volkanovski is Diego, which, I mean, a loss you take with pride, I think. I don't think you discount someone that much for losing to Volk. But there we go. That's the storyline. 28 versus 30, the younger Silva. And what you got, man?
So, I think we talked about this however many months ago when Diego lost to Volk. I'm curious to see if he brings new things to his game because he really hasn't. It's just been the walk down, box, try and wear guys out type style. And Silva, the fighting nerds have had a rough go of it, but he's the best one out of all of them. And I'm picking Silva. Long story short, I'm picking Silva mainly because I'm more convinced that he has more tools to win this fight. And as a fan, I'm really interested to see what Diego Lopez shows up. Because anytime you get a little rub, right? You touch the belt. He didn't win it, but he was in there. He was in there fighting for the title. Like, you don't leave that the same fighter. So we're going to see if he's going to be a better version of himself or if he's going to slide back. And for me, that's super interesting. But I pick Silva.
No, that is an interesting take. To me, that's very similar to the Super Bowl hangover, if you will. Like, yeah. A lot of times the loser of the Super Bowl gets it way worse than the winner, and they just completely fall apart. And maybe that happens here. I'm using all my fan chips. I'm not even going with anything that makes sense. I'm going with the fact that I've seen the way, like live action, I've seen the way people react. The fan base reacts to Gene Silva. And I know Diego has a massive fan base and it's mad love for him. But seeing people pour out into literally live action downtown Miami traffic just to take pictures and get a moment and to get barked at, like young men risking their lives just to get a face-to-face bark is up there on my UFC fan list. So I just think he's a man on fire right now, and I think it would be cool to see. Now, I'm not against Diego in any shape or format, and if he wins this fight, I'll be just as happy, to be honest. I'm split in the middle, but I'm using nothing but pure fandom and awesomeness to go with Silva on this. So take that with a grain of salt. If you bet, good luck to you, my man. So I'm gonna spin this into another slight question. The whole everybody dumping on the fighting nerds, right? Like they're the whole. Everybody was kissing their ass. Everybody's kissing their ass, and hey, they're a hot gym, so they had a little stumble. Do you think this is a lot of pressure on Gene? Do you think he's gonna get social pressure? Does he have to like keep the honor for the tribe kind of thing going on?
I would like to say no. But I've been on teams before, and I've been on teams where you're having a slump, and there is pressure for him to get them out of the slump. And they're a tight-knit team. They're out all at every one of each other's fights, right? They're all wearing the glasses. They're all doing the stuff. I promise you, he's feeling the losses of every single one of his teammates. Not just one. Every single one of his teammates lost in the lead up to his. He's the last one left, and I promise you, he's feeling a little bit something to right the ship here.
There we go. I appreciate you sharing that point of view. I was thinking there's got to be some kind of pressure, spoken or not, that he's feeling to jump back on this. Folks, once again, share your picks with us. Let us know maybe what you're thinking, not thinking what you're feeling. Hey, let us know if you're putting your money on the line. God bless you. The casinos don't need any more of your money. Win it. Do it. And if you do, let us know. Hope you're doing good stuff. At this point, we go to the banger alert, where we look at the card. We tell you, hey, don't be taking no breaks. Definitely want to check this out. Zach, my man, what you got?
I don't know exactly if it's going to be a banger, but we already spoke ad nauseum about Cedric Dumas, who's fighting. He's fighting. He's in there with $16 in his pocket. He's fighting for his life. So at least you guys can know. At least you can watch. And if you lose and he loses, and you know how much money's in your bank account, you can definitely say, "I got more money than that UFC fighter."
There you go. That is awesome. That is actually a really awesome take, dude. And I think this is a great time to test expressions, right? Because we use expressions and we use them to be truth because often they are. But that expression, hungry fighters fight. You want a hungry fighter to be fighting because they fight harder and all this other stuff. Well-fed dogs don't hunt and all that other expressions. So yeah, we'll see it. We'll see it in that fight. Man, I'm gonna throw this one. Claudio Puelles versus Joaquim Silva. I think that one has potential to be really, really good. Mainly because both these guys at one point had some love and a little sparkle on their name, but since then, rougher times have come. They both need a bounce back, so I expect something good. Whether I'm right or wrong, I don't know. We won't know until that happens. But I feel like this has the makings to make something great happen there. There you go.
That guy's Silva. Joaquim Silva is, both these guys are good. Obviously, they're all good, but Joaquim Silva, for a brief period of time, was the dude. He was going to be the next big thing, and it's kind of fallen off. So it'll be good to see if he can get it back on track. There we go.
Seems to be a little bit of a reoccurring theme throughout the card. I haven't gone through all of them, but hey, this is your chance. Don't screw it up. Type second chance. This is, hey, put some recognition on your name the way people want to. Seems to be the reoccurring theme this card. My man, is there anything else that you want to talk about, share, not necessarily about this card, or anything else that may be catching your fight attention?
Not specifically. Nothing I can think of.
All right, and for me, I just want to throw out there, you're going to see this too late in this weekly timeline, but guess what? There's 7 more weeks or so of it. What am I talking about? Contender Series, folks. So if you're not watching it, you don't got nothing better to do on a Tuesday. Go find the Contender Series. Go enjoy. That's happening this week. And then there's a lot of other perimeter MMA. I just wanted to give some love to it. The UAE is going down this week. LFA is going down this week. Octagon going down this week. Cage Warriors going down this week. So a lot of other MMA going on. Go check it out. Go see the future faces before they end up on your UFC fight card. That's it. That's my sentiments. That's what I got. Folks, once again, thank you for sharing, commenting, and going the distance with us. It's been a good time. We'll see you next time. But in the meantime, stay fully hydrated.